May 2025, deep in the Pacific, on the island of Okinawa, something is changing in the skies. A dozen F-22 Raptors, America's most advanced air superiority fighters, are touching down at Kadena Air Base. It's not just another deployment. It's a message quietly sent across one of the most contested regions on Earth. On Wednesday, the United States Pacific Fleet made it official. This was a random troop movement. It was a calculated rotation designed, in their own words, to strengthen regional interoperability and maintain a persistent high-tech presence across the Indo-Pacific. These fifth-generation fighters belong to two elite units: the 90th Fighter Squadron out of Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Alaska and the 27th Fighter Squadron from Joint Base Langley-Eustis in Virginia. The U.S. Air Force never confirmed exact numbers, but local reporting filled in the gaps. According to the Okinawa Times, a local newspaper with eyes on the ground, 6 Raptors flew in from Alaska, landing on May 3rd. But they weren't the first. A day earlier, 6 more had already touched down, believed to be the initial wave from the 27th Fighter Squadron in Virginia. Stationed at the heart of the Pacific, these Raptors won't be operating alone. They'll fly alongside heavy fighters, reconnaissance aircraft, and a mix of 4th and 5th generation jets, all assigned to the 18th Wing at Kadena. Together, they form a layered, persistent combat capability in one of the most sensitive corners of the world. It's not just the aircraft that are integrating. Pilots and maintenance crews are merging directly into the operations and maintenance groups of the 18th Wing. This is more than a rotation. It's a reaffirmation, a signal of America's enduring commitment to defend Japan under the U.S. Japan Security Alliance and to keep the Indo-Pacific free and open. To understand why this matters, you need to understand where Kadena sits. This is the largest, most active U.S. Air Force base in the entire region. From this single point on Okinawa, American air power can reach Tokyo, Manila, Seoul, and Hong Kong, all within roughly 900 miles. And 1,200 miles to the east lies Guam, America's critical hub for military operations across the Indo-Pacific. This strategic position comes with a heavy weight. If tensions between the United States and China ever boiled over into open military confrontation, Kadena would almost certainly be on the front line, the first base to feel the pressure of a Pacific conflict. But the greatest challenge Kadena faces isn't from across the sea, it's from the ground beneath it. For years, many Okinawan residents have pushed back against the continued presence of U.S. forces, demanding the base be closed entirely. Tokyo, for its part, largely supports the American presence, and some locals back it too, for the economic benefits it brings. Kadena, along with Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, the largest Marine Corps installation on Okinawa, remains the most frequent target of these protests. This new wave of Raptors isn't happening in isolation. It's part of a larger transformation already underway. The phased retirement of the aging F-15C divided by the Eagle fleet that once called Kadena home. Nearly 4 dozen of these veteran fighters were based here, but years of mounting maintenance problems forced a decision: retire the old Eagles and replace them with something newer. March 2025 marked the end of an era. The final fighter jets permanently stationed at Kadena, belonging to the 67th Fighter Generation Squadron, departed the base of good, closing the book on 45 uninterrupted years of permanent fighter presence on Okinawa. Since then, Kadena has relied on rotational squadrons, F-15E Strike Eagles, and now the F-22 Raptors to fill the gap. The long-term plan is clear. 36 upgraded Boeing F-15EX Eagle IIs are set to eventually call this base home. The first 2 arrived last July. More were expected this spring. But even the best-laid military plans aren't immune to disruption. A strike by machinists at Boeing's facility in St. Louis. Over 3,200 members of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, District 837, dragged on for roughly 3.5 months. Before the walkout, The Eagle II program had been running exactly on schedule, on budget, and on performance targets, with every single Lot 1 aircraft already delivered to the U.S. Air Force. The strike changed that timeline. "12 Raptors, one strategic island, a base standing at the crossroads of alliance and confrontation. Kadena's skies are changing, not just with new aircraft, but with a shifting weight of power across the Pacific. As old fighters retire and new ones arrive, one thing remains certain. On this small island, thousands of miles from Washington, the future of the Indo-Pacific is quietly being decided.